Hello, little Caesars. Welcome to yoga. If you don't know me, I'm Judy. I'm Sam's mom, Sam Wave, and Justin's aunt, Justin Wave. So for our class today, I'm going to have you guys use a tissue box and a beach towel. Get down.
Sorry.
So if you don't have those, pause the video and go grab that. And then when you come back to your mat, just meet in child's pose. So for child's pose, starting on all fours, bring your feet together at the back of your mat, bring your knees out wide, and then sink your hips back onto the heels and lower your forehead. And stretch the fingertips out nice and long, widen your fingers. Good job, boys. And keep the elbows up off the mat so you get a good stretch all through that whole side. Good job. And this is where if it hurts your knees at all, you can always put the beach towel under your knees, but you should be okay. We're not going to be here super long. Let's take a couple more breaths, really stretching out those sides. You can press into your fingertips so you can press your heels back or your hips back toward the heels a little bit. There you go. Just take the knees out a little bit wider for these last couple breaths. So you really get a good stretch through those hips. Good job, boys. We're going to come up to all fours. So just coming up right up to tabletop. And getting everything stacked here. Your shoulders are right over your wrists and your hips are right over the knees. Good job. We're going to come into bird dog. So looking straight down at your mat, keeping your neck straight, lift your right arm out and press your left foot straight back. And hold your core in, look down at your mat, there you go. No, don't be. And hold your core in really tight and open up like a big X. Open your arm out to the side and your foot out to the side. Try to point your toes down toward the floor. There you go. And hold it here, holding your core. This is really good for your core. Come back to center. Hold it here, really press it out. And then set it down. We'll take it to the other side now. Lift the left arm straight out and the right foot straight back. And hold it here first. Point your toes down toward the mat so your foot is flexed. There you go. And then open up. Good job. See if you can leave your hips even so your toes are pointing down. There you go. And breathe. Look down at your mat. Slowly come back to center. Hold it here. And then set it down. And this time, instead of child's pose, we're going to come into puppy. So walk back towards the back of your mat a little bit. And staying on all fours, walk your fingers out and then lower your forehead. So your hips are still high over your knees like the boys have. And you should feel this in the front of your shoulders. Is that where you're feeling it, guys?
Yes.
Awesome. If you want to deepen it a little bit, just press your chest down towards your mat. You really should start to feel that kind of through the armpits and the front of the shoulders. Good job. Don't forget to breathe. Good job. And one more child's pose. Come up to all fours. But this time bring your knees together and sink the hips back and then lower. And you should feel this more in your kind of in your low back, not as much in the hips. Is that where you guys are feeling it?
Yes.
Awesome. Go ahead and come up to all fours. Tuck the heel or the toes under, bring your hips up high for your first down dog. Perfect. So in your down dog, you have your fingertips nice and wide. Your feet are about as wide as your hips. You're pressing the heels down towards the floor, not necessarily on the floor, but down that direction. And point your tailbone right up to the ceiling. So you're like in a big V. There you go. pressing your chest down towards your thighs. Great job, boys. You're welcome. And slowly start to walk your feet up to meet your hands. This is where you grab your tissue box. We're going to come into forward fold, but with the tissue box, it makes it so you don't have to come down quite as much. And drop the head. Just bringing the earth up a little closer. You can tip it up on its side if you need to. There you go. So it's as tall as it goes. But wherever you're at, drop the head. There you go. And it's okay to bend your knees here. We're just trying to stretch through the hamstrings and the low back. So okay to bend the knees. Drop the head. There you go. We're going to take that tissue box over to the right, outside of the right foot, and then bend your right knee just a little bit, press into your left heel, and drop the head. There you go. You guys feel that? You should feel that in the outside of your left hip. Is that where you're feeling it?
Yeah.
Perfect. Stay in it. And come back through center. Take it to the other side. So you bend the left knee just a little bit and press into the right heel and drop the head. And stretch out that right hip just a little bit. Good job. Come back through center. Just hang out here in center for just a couple breaths. Drop the head. Really get nice and long through that whole low back. Good job. You can set the tissue box aside. And come all the way up. Reach the fingertips high. Point your palms towards each other and fingertips really active. Good job. Press the hips forward. Take a big stretch. And grab onto your left wrist with your right hand. And take a side stretch. Good job. Really planning into both heels. Nice. Come back to center. And take it to the other side. Good job. Come back to center. And then exhale, forward fold all the way back down. And then when you inhale, come out to a halfway lift. Bring your fingertips on your shins. Get really long through the back. Press your shoulders away from the ears. And then plant your hands, come out to a high plank, and hold your high plank. Good job. So you want to be nice and stacked here. Your shoulders right over wrist, heels over toes. Look out over the short edge of your mat so there's no tension in the neck. And hold your core in nice and tight. Good job. Come forward just a little bit. Lower halfway down. Squeeze the elbows into the ribs and hold. Hold your core in. Good job. Roll to the tops of your feet. Bring your chest through for upward facing dog. If your hips are down, that's okay. That's cobra. Either way. And just hold here. Get really long through the whole front of the chest. Good job. And then lifting from the hips, curl the toes. Down dog. Good job. And we'll do that again a little bit quicker. Walk your feet to meet your hands. Halfway lift, forward fold, extended mountain pose, fingertips high, forward fold, halfway lift, plant the hands, high plank, low plank, up dog, down dog. Good job. Now walk your feet to meet your hands. Halfway lift, fold, fingertips high. Now bring your palms together, knees together, toes together, sink into chair pose, and bring your hands right in front of your heart. Really press your palms together, squeezing everything into center. This is a good work for the core, and you want to feel weight in your heels. Can you even lift your toes? Good job. Good job. Squeeze the knees together. Good job. You got it. Come all the way back up. and forward fold. Good job. Half lift, fold. Leave your right foot planted, step your left foot to the back of the mat, pivot and plant it so those back toes are like 10 o'clock. Your hips are to the front of the mat, shoulders to the front of the mat, fingertips high, warrior one. Awesome. So if you're having trouble squaring your hips, just bring your foot out a little wider towards the long edges of your mat. There you go. Perfect. Good job. You want to press all the way through the outside edge of the foot right here. Right there. Good job. Good job, guys. Sink it a little bit lower. Nice. And then bring the hands down, step the left foot in, back to forward fold. Half lift, fold, step the right foot back, now warrior one. Good job. Very nice. See if you can square those hips just a little bit to the front of the mat, a little bit more. You can think about that hip bone pressing back towards the back of the mat. It helps you square it up a little bit. Good job. Don't forget to breathe. Good job. Plant your hands. Step your left foot back to high plank. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Nice job. Thank you. You're welcome. Walk your feet to meet your hands. Half lift. Fold. Now from here, bring your toes together, knees together, sink the hips really low so your chest is all the way down on your thighs, and bring the fingers high for your chair pose. Good job. And fold. Half lift, fold, step the left foot back, warrior one. Get really long on your mat. Then bring the right fingertips forward, left fingertips straight back, warrior two. Good job. Bring your hands behind you. Press them straight down to the floor, and then fold to the inside of the right knee and drop the head. Awesome. That's humble warrior. Good job, guys. Come back up to warrior two. Big inhale here. And then cartwheel the hands down, step the left foot in, forward fold. Half lift, fold, step the right foot back, warrior one. Nice job. Bring the fingertips long, warrior two. And just hold here for a little bit here. See if you can relax your shoulders. Sink into it a little bit more. Nice. Clasp the hands behind the back. Humble warrior. Back to warrior two. Big inhale. And then cartwheel the hands down. This time step the left foot back, high plank, low plank, up dog, down dog. Good job. Just come down to your hands and knees. Take a little rest. Maybe child's pose or sit up tall. Whatever you guys need. Maybe work out the shoulders a little. Good job. Come back to down dog. And take the feet nice and wide as your mat. Walk the hands back just a little bit. We're going to reach for your left ankle with your right hand. And twist. There you go. So you should feel, look under your left armpit, and you should feel a good stretch right here. Is that where you're feeling it, Justin?
Where?
Right here. Yeah. Come back to your kind of your modified down dog. You can bring that hand back around. Now reach for your left ankle with your right hand and feel that same stretch on the other side. So we're targeting this muscle right here. Good job. Bring your hand back, reset your down dog, walk the feet forward, and just come down on your seat with your feet out in front of you. Good job. So you're going to target some more stretches through the back. So leave your left foot long, bring your right foot in. Just hug it out for a second, kind of round out the back. Good job. Leave your left hand wrapped around your right leg, and your right fingertips behind you. Look over your right shoulder. You kind of feel that in your back? Yeah. Twists are really good to stretch the back. We're just going to switch directions. So now hug the right knee with the right hand and bring the left fingertips back. And then one more, we're just going to cross that right foot over to the outside of the left knee. And the left elbow goes outside the right knee and really twist it. There you go. Can you really feel it better now? And try to stay lifted so you're not just dumping into your shoulders. Stay lifted. There you go. Nice job, boys. Come back to center. Bring that foot to the inside of your left thigh. And this is where you might want your towel. So go ahead and grab your towel and loop it around your extended foot. So instead of a strap, we're going to use a towel. Awesome. So we want to go to the outside of that left foot. So however you need to, get a nice twist here and fold. So pull up on it, but you want to be twisting here. Good job. Can you feel that on your back on the right side? Awesome. Look over that shoulder. Okay, come back straight, and this time just fold right over that extended leg. Use your towel if you need to, if you can't reach. And this you should feel in your back as well as your hamstring on the left side. All right, you can let that go. Bring those feet long again. We'll take it, we have to do some other stretches first, so you won't use that just yet. Bring your left knee into your chest. Just round it out for a breath or two. Good. And leave the right arm wrapped around the left knee. Bring the left fingertips back, twist. And now switch. Wrap the left hand around the left knee, right fingertips back, and twist. Good job. And bring that foot outside the right knee, and the right elbow goes outside the left knee, and really get that good twist over the left shoulder. Nice. Good job. All right, come back to center. Flatten out that foot, and then if you want to grab your towel, or if you don't need it, we want to reach for the outside of the right leg, wherever you can reach, and take that twist. If you want to try to bend into it, hinge from the hips first, and then drop the head. There you go. And breathe into that twist. You should feel it on the left side of your back. Awesome, boys. Come back through center, and then fold straight over that extended leg. Good job. Sit up tall. Both feet extend out now. Use your towel if you need to. Sit up nice and tall, and then hinge from the hips. When you can't hinge anymore, drop the head. It's good. If you feel a stretch, you're good. Good job. Okay, let that go. You can set your towel aside. We'll come back to all fours. Good job. We're going to come into a modified crescent pose. So bring your right foot forward all the way up under your right knee. And then you want to see how the boys have their left knee is behind the left hip. So get that left knee back as far as you comfortably can so that you feel a stretch in the front of the left hip and the back of the right hip. And press your hips down toward the mat. Good job. You can bring your hands to your knee if that feels better, but you really want to feel that stretch through the hips. So really pressing the hips down toward the mat. Nice. And if you want to use your tissue box here for a little balance, it's a great option. No? Okay. That's okay. So now for everyone, come up on your knee. If you're not there already, bring your left hand outside your right knee and just twist it out. So your right hand goes behind the back, look over that right shoulder, pressing those hips down toward the mat. Good job. Come back through center. We're just gonna move into a half split. So leave your right heel planted, bring your right toes high, and straighten out your right leg. And your hips don't really go past your back knee. So you don't wanna sit down here. You want your hips high. And again, if you wanna use your shoe box here for a little balance. Tissue box, sorry. Tissue box. And if you need more, you can always fold over that extended leg. It's a good hamstring stretch and all through the back of that right leg. Good job. Bring your knee back over the right heel. I'm gonna come into lizard. You guys know this one. So wiggle your foot out to the right just a little bit. Both hands are inside the right foot. And then just lower as much as you need to feel a stretch. You can roll to the outside edge of that right foot if that feels better. If you can get a deeper stretch that way, perfect. So I see you guys are both doing a really good job. Try to keep your hips straight, which these guys are. Try not to roll too much to one side. Awesome. Nice job, boys. Start to bring that knee back, or reset your hands under the shoulders. There you go. Bring your hand outside. Walk your right foot over to the left side of the mat. Lay that shin down and come into your half pigeon. So the hips are still square to the mat. Good job. Stay up high if you need to, or maybe start to lower if you can. But again, here, keeping those hips nice and straight. These guys are both doing a good job, but if you're having trouble, you can always roll up your towel and give yourself a little support. It's just a suggestion. Okay. We'll stay here just a little bit longer because those hip stretches need a little bit more time to all the way loosen up. The longer you're here, you might be able to go a little bit deeper. Maybe not. Good job. And start to bring your hands under your shoulders, straighten them out. Make your way back to down dog. Take your time. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to get that hip moving again. And here it probably will feel good to press one heel and then the other. Maybe lift that right leg up. There you go. Yeah. Just work it out a little bit. And then find your all fours again. Back to tabletop. Good job. And bring that left foot forward for your crescent lunge. So now your right knee is as far behind that hip as you can get it. Nice, boys. Good job. You're welcome. And just press the hips down towards the mat. Nice job. Keep pressing. And bring your hands up onto your knee. Keep pressing those hips down. Good job. And we'll take that twist. So now the right hand goes on the left thigh, the left hand around the small of the back. Look over the left shoulder. Keep pressing those hips straight down. Come back to center. Bring your hands down and move into that half split. So leave your left heel planted, bring your left toes high, straighten out that left leg. Maybe fold over, maybe not. Yeah, use whatever support you need or have. All right, start to bring that knee back over the heel and both hands to the inside of the left foot. Wiggle that left foot out just a little bit and make your way into that lizard pose. Nice. So that, again, we want the hips down towards the mat, but you want to keep them straight. You want to keep them level. Nice. And you should feel this on the inside of your left hip and the front of your right hip. Is that where you guys are feeling it? Yep. Because we need nice open hips so you can skate faster, right? Yeah. So start to press yourself up onto the hands and start to walk that left foot over to the right side of the mat and lay the shin down. So your left foot is behind your right hand and your left knee is behind your left hand. And hips are square to the mat. And just lower as much as you need to feel that stretch. We're really targeting the outside of the left hip right here. And we'll hang out here for a little bit longer. Good job. And from here, we're just gonna swing that left foot around, coming all the way down onto your belly. So however you get there. Just lower down. You can rest a cheek. Sure. Rest a cheek for a breath or two. I'll give you a second. Sam's pose. Maybe now switch and rest the other cheek. No, that's not what I not those cheeks. All right, set those towels aside. And just bring your elbows right under the shoulders, plant your forearms down and lift your chest up for Sphinx pose. So this isn't really a super difficult or active stretch, but it's a good one as long as you're doing it right. So really press into those forearms, lift your chest, get your shoulders up. If you're just dumping like this, it does nothing. But really pressing into the forearms so that you compress the low back just a little bit and you feel a stretch down all the way through the front half of your body. And you can lower down. This time bring the hands around next to you, palms face down. We're coming into locust, so bring your toes on the mat, bring your chin on the mat, and then lift everything up except lift your chest, lift your arms, lift your feet, press your fingers back towards your feet. Straighten your legs, awesome. Then lower down. Good job. Now reach your fingertips up overhead. And we're going to do the same thing for Superman pose. Lift. Good job. Lift a little higher. Flex your feet. Good job. Keep it up there. Lower down. Press back to child's pose just for a couple breaths. Just release that low back. There you go. Just for a couple breaths. I'm not going to be here long. All right, make your way onto your back with your feet facing this way and grab your towel. So make your towel nice and long and wrap it around the bottom of both feet. And lay back on your back and lift the feet straight up in the air. Straight up to the ceiling. There you go. And you can use the tension on the slack on your towel to adjust how deep you can take that stretch all through the back of the legs. Good job. Now keeping the towel around your right foot, bring your left foot straight out and lay it down on the mat. And keep that right foot up. There you go. Stretch it out. And we're going to, holding onto the towel, not braiding the towel or twisting the towel. Holding onto the towel, bend your knee right down into your armpit. So keep your foot flexed like it's going up on the ceiling. There you go. Yep. Lay your head down, lay your shoulders down. So your foot is going to be a little bit like, there you go. Straighten your leg back out. And now open it up to the right side. So hold the towel with your right hand. Keep that left hip planted though. So Sam, lift your foot up a little bit so that your hips can stay planted. You feel that on your hips? All right, bring your foot up high again. Switch hands with your towel and let your foot fall. No, switch hands, Sam. Hands, not feet. Let your foot go across your body over to the left side now. You roll onto that left hip. Bring it up high again. And now bring your left foot into the towel. Bring your left foot up to meet the right. And take the right foot out in front of you. Hold that left foot high. You can straighten out the right leg. Probably be a little better stretch. There you go. Then we're going to take that half happy baby. So leaving the foot like it's stepping on the ceiling, bring the knee into the armpit. There you go. Nice. Straighten that leg back out. Open up to the left side. If you can. Keep that right hip planted. So if you feel that right hip popping up, don't take it as deep. Bring the left foot high again. Switch hands and let it fall across your body over to the right, rolling onto that right hip. Sam.
What? You did to me.
All right, bring that foot high again. And lower everything all the way down. You can set the towel aside and hug your knees into your chest. Hug the knees into the chest. Just hang out for a breath or two. We'll come into recline butterfly. So bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall out wide. And the feet are down on the floor. There you go. So the outside edges of the feet are on the floor. Let the knees be really heavy here. And this is a really good one to do just laying in bed. Don't bounce, just let it open up. Even if you're laying in bed before you go to sleep, this is a really nice one, a nice gentle hip opener that'll help you in the long run. And bring your hands up overhead. Really get open. There you go. Nice job. Bring the knees back into the chest. And leaving your shoulders planted, let your knees fall over to the right side. So you're coming into a supine twist. Perfect. You can use your right hand on top of your left knee if you want to take it a little bit deeper. There you go. And you can look over your left shoulder. Get a little twist. Nice. Good job. Using your core, come back through center. And let the knees fall over to the left now. Look over the right shoulder.
Good job.
Bring the knees back to center. Hug them in nice and tight. Close your eyes and release nice and long on your mat. Just lay there for a few breaths. Relax. And we will see you next time.